Here we go. Week 10 fantasy football video. Time is flying. The season 3/4 of the way over. Only 3 weeks left of the regular season. Man, can't believe it. Good times, guys. Good times. Let's get caught up on some current events. First and foremost, Brendan, congratulations on the engagement. Mo's birthday is coming up soon. Mo, happy birthday. And baby Falco could be here literally any day. I'm looking at Wit right now. She's looking a little questionable. It could be tonight. We're not sure. So that's what's going on with current events. We'll get back to Brendan in the engagement a little bit later as to potentially why he decided not to put in a starting lineup this week. But we'll get back to that. All right, next. Ted's favorite part of the evening right here. What do we got on tap for you tonight, Ted? Let's put this up for the camera. Ah, yes, a little Southern Tier. Still got the price tag on it. Unearthly, which is kind of an ironic name because it boasts about all the hops and malts and stuff it has, which I feel like gotta come from the earth of some kind. But, whatever. So let's open it up. Nice glass. This is a big bottle, boys. This is a 9.5%er. This is not for the faint of heart here. Oh, it's a nice pour. Let's fill that right up. There we go. Let's get that in there so you guys can see that. We've got about 1 finger head on that. That's all right. For being such an unearthly beer, I feel like it came straight out of the ground. It's pretty good though. I don't mind it. If we had to say, it's got a little bit of a light copper appearance to it. The bitterness is high bittering units. That's okay. The aroma, sweet and piney, I would say. Sweet and piney on the aroma, and mostly the flavor. Sweet with a hint of caramel and maybe a subtle pepper in there. That's just, you know, me kind of spitting off the top here. I think that's what it tastes like. All in all, pretty good beer. I don't know. Let's give it 8 stars. It's pretty good. Okay, that's out of the way. Moving on. The league stepping their game up. Big things this week. People on the message boards. People responding to the polls. I felt guilty having to call people out last week, but there was just literally nothing happening at all. And, you know, it's hard for me to log in and make videos, A, when there's nothing happening, and B, when my team is getting bent over by HIV pretty much every other week, which seems to be happening all the time. Because every time I log in and do a video, I have to look at the standings and the score of the games and see that my team is just abysmal at this point. So it is somewhat painful. But the people responded, so I'll give them what they want. More videos. Moving on. We're kind of doing a mid-afternoon game. I've actually got the Cardinals-Rams game up on the TV right now. Keeping an eye on that. Kind of some NFL notes of the day. Romo looked good. Had a good game in London. Megatron back in action. Stafford and him, a nice connection. That should be good moving forward. And Mike Vick of the Jets. Good Lord. He actually had a pretty respectable game, and they beat down the Steelers, who Roethlisberger had 2 games of 6 touchdowns. He had a pretty shitty day today. So all in all, some good stuff around the afternoon games. But let's get to what everyone wants to hear about, the matchups. So, trying to, you know, things are in motion right now, and as before I did all my notes, Gerard was losing a little bit worse to JP, and things have since changed as Marshawn Lynch and Emmanuel Sanders have both punched in touchdowns. So that kind of messes up where I'm going to go, but I'm going to operate under the assumption that I'm sorry, Gerard, you're still going to take the loss today. But you guys are putting up some serious points. Good work. So first and foremost, myself, the commish, going against Max. Right now, he's just absolutely smoking me. He's got almost 100. I have about 20 points. As you can see, I'm relying heavily on the Philly game. I've got Sanchez. I've got, McCoy. I've got Kelvin Benjamin. So that's a huge game for me tomorrow. I don't expect to win. I just want to make the score look respectable. I'm going to give the W to Max on that one. Then we've got Halim versus Ted. Halim the Dream. Bringing the pain against Ted this week. Champagne showers. Running a little dry, bud. I don't know about this. So Halim, I think Halim's going to get the W. I don't think Ted, even with the players he's got left, he's got Forte, Macklin, Packers D. He's got Brandon Marshall. For a variety of reasons, I don't, Forte and Marshall, I don't think are going to have good nights. They're in Lambeau, primetime game. Cutler's been sucking it up. Brandon Marshall pretty much plays like a little bitch these days. So I don't see enough points coming from there. I think Halim's going to get the win. The only thing I want to question about Halim's team is who is his tight end? Michael Rivers from Oakland? I don't know where you found this guy, but I question anybody with the name Michael spelled M-Y-C-H-A-L. That's trying a little too hard to be different. Nevertheless, Halim, you found a tight end. I give you props on that. Well done. Next game, I know Angel was upset at me because I called him out, said he was going to get the loss. He got the victory. I'm going the opposite way this time. Angel, I think you get the W. I think you beat Eamon in an ugly-looking game from a point standpoint. But we'll see what happens with Peyton. He just tossed that 30-yard bomb to Sanders, so I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Unearthly. Next game, G-Man and JP. Big points from these guys this week. Just making it rain all over the place. JP's projected 135. I just checked the scoreboard here a second ago. G-Man's projection went from 114 up to 130. This is going to be a barn burner. I think JP still gets the victory. I think he squeaks it out, but he needs Beckham and he needs his other Giants to step it up right now. They've been stagnant here for a good 20 minutes or so. Otherwise, G-Man may sneak up and take this one. Right now, I'm going to JP. Next game, we've got Malik and Brendan. Good Lord. This game may actually make my team look somewhat reasonable here. Malik starting off Thursday night with -3 points from his quarterback. You just know it's going to be a shit show of a week when your quarterback gets -3 on Thursday. You just want to throw in the towel. Completely understandable. Still put a lineup out there. Brendan, we can't get on him too much this week. I know there's some talk on the message boards and chats and, text messages. He did have a big week. Planning an engagement, takes a lot of time. So he wasn't able to get a full starting lineup in there. I'm going to let it go. We'll see how he does next week. Right now he's projected to win like 57-48. So it's terrible all around. But I think somehow he's going to actually squeak it out and he's going to beat Malik. So those are your winners for the day. Max, Halim, Angel, JP, and Brendan. So let's move over to the next set of notes. How is that going to make the standings look? What that's going to do is it's going to have G-Man and Max still at the 1 and 2 spots. You guys have the first round buys, locked in at this point. That really hasn't changed that much. And you guys are extremely close on points 4, which means it's just going to affect the 1 versus the 2 seed. So that's not a huge deal for you guys. Then we come down, so you guys will both be 8 and 2. We come down to Eamon. He's 6 and 4. He's alone at 3rd place. No one else with a 6 and 4 record. Then it gets interesting at the 4, 5, and 6 spots. Remember, our playoffs are only 1 through 6 teams. So then we've got Ted, Angel, and Malik all at 5 and 5, assuming the predictions are correct from today. So then the points 4 become crucial. And Malik picked a horrible week to put up, a bomb of a game with only 48 points. Because what this is going to do is Ted had a nice game today, was projected to have a nice game. I'm going to give him about 104 points, close to his projection. Malik already locked it in at like 48, 47. And JP, Malik and Angel had a good game as well. So if the projections are correct, Ted's going to have over 1,000 points. Angel's going to have 958, and Malik's going to have 954. So that puts Ted in 4th, Angel in 5th. Malik has now slid all the way down to 6th place on the bubble of not even making the playoffs. And where this becomes crucial is because then JP's in the 7th spot right now at 4 and 6. But he's got 988 points. So he's got more than Malik and Angel, and he's close to Ted. JP picks up a win next week, and any of those 3 guys loses, JP's right in the playoff format, and someone else gets bumped out. So the points 4 are huge for this bubble area. So it's going to be exciting to see moving forward. It's going to come down to that week 13. Someone's going to need to have a huge game to get into the playoffs, and that's probably what's going to happen. Then we come down a little farther. then we've got the cellar down here, just me and my boys hanging out. Brendan at 4-6, getting 50 points today. He's going to not even have 800 points total, so that's not a concern for the playoffs. Halim will be 3-7, and it doesn't make any difference how many points he has. And then myself, just 2-8, alone at the bottom by myself, just a man and his beer. I even wrote on my paper, Eric, 2-8, who cares? So that's what I got for you. Even though I've been out of the playoffs for at least 4 or 5 weeks, I continue to bring you the info. The people demand it. I give them what they want. I'm going to keep watching the games here. I just got back from Pier 1 and Hannaford and TJ Maxx and, doing some usual Sunday errands, trying to get things tidied up before the little guy arrives. I will see you guys on the message boards. Enjoy the games. Enjoy Sunday Night Football. Max, I'm coming for you. Monday Night Football. Big games from the Sanchez and LaShawn McCoy. We'll see what happens. And enjoy the rest of the evening, boys.